As governor, I'm pleased that Maryland is hosting this year's NAM State of Manufacturing Address. Throughout this pandemic, we've been proud to work with our manufacturers on critical life-saving efforts, from mobilizing personal protective equipment to distributing vaccines. Our administration has always prioritized science, and we know manufacturers share that commitment. It's clear from the products they've developed and the health protocols they've implemented on shop floors. So I want to sincerely thank Jay Timmons and the National Association of Manufacturers for being in Maryland to lay out the state of the industry. I can tell you that the state of manufacturing in Maryland is strong. And we thank all manufacturers in Maryland and across this country for your leadership during this crisis and for your commitment to creating a better future. Drew, I especially want to commend everyone at Marlin Steel and Orlando Products, and you personally for your leadership to keep manufacturers in Maryland safe. And now, I'll turn the program over to you.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you to Jay and the NAM for choosing Marlin for the State of Manufacturing Address. We're proud to host because we want to put the spotlight on manufacturers getting vaccinated. Across the street at Orlando Products, our team just got their second doses of the Pfizer vaccine. Marlin helped set up the clinic with Joe and David Orlando, working with 90 other manufacturers in the Hogan administration. We know that we can't get our lives back or our economy back until we all get our shot. So we're proud of what we've been able to do. We're grateful to the vaccine makers. And I'm going to wear my yellow and red ribbon pin to encourage others to do the same. Thank you, NAM, for your leadership, and I'm pleased to hand it off to Jay Timmons, NAM President and CEO, to deliver this year's State of Manufacturing Address.
Well, hello, everybody, and thank you, Drew, for that introduction, and also for working with Joe and Dave Orlando and Maryland Governor Larry Hogan to make the vaccine clinic for Baltimore area manufacturers a reality. And thanks to all the employees, the men and women at Marlin, Orlando Products, and manufacturers nationwide who have literally rolled up their sleeves to get armed against COVID-19. We wanted to be right here because this is such a powerful example of how vaccine manufacturers are helping all manufacturers and, in fact, all Americans get our lives back. This is how we save our economy. This is how we protect loved ones. This is our shot to end this pandemic once and for all. And manufacturers stand behind the COVID-19 vaccines, and we encourage all of our fellow Americans to get them. The vaccine is also one important reason why manufacturers see light at the end of the tunnel, leading to that next post-pandemic world. Take a look at the NAM's quarterly survey. In the second quarter of last year, with the pandemic bearing down on us, only 34% of manufacturers reported a positive outlook. Now, manufacturers are incredibly optimistic, with nearly 88% saying they have a positive outlook for their businesses. Now, part of that optimism comes from how well our industry has embraced innovation and change. Investments in digital transformation, what we call Manufacturing 4.0, well, that's made it possible for teams to be productive, even when they have to be socially distant. Advances in augmented reality, virtual reality, and digital twins, for example, well, they allow manufacturers to analyze and troubleshoot their products without needing to interact physically. We did all of that while remaking shop floors to produce critically needed supplies to fight COVID-19. In the harrowing early days of the pandemic, Marlin Steel reworked their shop floor right here so that they could answer an emergency order for test tube racks for COVID-19 testing. That was something that they had never made before. W.L. Gore, the makers of Gore-Tex in nearby Delaware, well, they donated their fabric laminate for protective gowns and supplied their material to make N95 masks that help doctors breathe easier. And Old Castle Building Envelope, headquartered in Dallas, Texas, Well, they invented a portable clean room, a small glass enclosure that shields healthcare workers from patients. Iconic automakers nationwide, they stepped up to produce face shields and ventilators. This past year changed everything. How we work, how we interact, how we develop medicines, how we communicate. We came to have a deeper appreciation for America's teachers, as well as everyone who works in healthcare, grocery stores, delivery, and of course, manufacturing. And in the middle of all of this, the pandemic laid bare many economic and racial inequalities. But you know, the story of this pandemic isn't unlike previous crises that this nation has faced over the past century. Think about the Depression, world wars, the Cold War, the space race, and yes, of course, the Spanish flu. The trials we endure force us to innovate solutions that get us through those difficult times and make life so much better than before. And it's manufacturers who drive that innovation. That's why our industry isn't focused on just going back to the way things were. We want to build a better world, one that offers an abundance of opportunity for every American. To do that means focusing on tomorrow, not yesterday. It means investing boldly in the infrastructure of the future without going back to the archaic tax policies of the past. America can lead the world in modern infrastructure, everything from roads to electric grids to 5G. And at the same time, we can keep a tax code that allows us to continue creating manufacturing jobs right here in America. It means recognizing the critical role of research and development and empowering more of that through tax incentives and by rejecting top-down controls on life-saving pharmaceutical products. Building this next world, it also means strengthening the manufacturing supply chain so that when the next crisis does hit, Americans won't face empty shelves or worry about whether they can buy everything from the medicines that they need to the cars that they want. That requires incentivizing investment, expanding export opportunities, and maintaining access to reliable sources of American energy. It means building a more diverse and inclusive workforce, because when we do that, we're all better off. Manufacturers have pledged to welcome any American with drive and ambition, especially those who were displaced during the pandemic and those who have faced injustice. We have about 500,000 jobs open in manufacturing right now. And according to a study out this month from Deloitte and the Manufacturing Institute, the NAM's workforce and education partner, 2.1 million manufacturing jobs are going to go unfilled by the year 2030 if we don't inspire more people to pursue these incredible high-paying manufacturing careers. That's why our Creators Wanted campaign, along with the Manufacturing Institute, is out there, state by state, helping displaced and emerging workers find their path into our industry. And you know, to keep employer and employee relationships strong, we just need to say no to federal legislation that would impose card check on our workplaces. But also, once and for all, we need to say yes to comprehensive immigration reform. Dreamers, by the way, well, they've been on the front line. They've been the frontline workers in this crisis, in healthcare, as well as manufacturing. They deserve to have confidence in their future. And literally, in so many cases, we owe them our lives. Now, to do all of this, we're ready to work with anyone to get the job done. Again, think about the vaccination center right across the street and so many other mass vaccination sites in stadiums and houses of worship and convention centers. They represent the collaboration of committed scientists, dedicated manufacturers, and focused government leaders. This shows what's possible when we work together toward the common good. So let's apply that spirit to the generational challenges that we face. The need for more talent in manufacturing, the opportunity gap, infrastructure of the future, addressing joblessness in our country, solving environmental challenges in our world, restoring faith in our democracy and our institutions, and ending this pandemic once and for all, and preventing the next. You know, manufacturers simply do not accept the notion that anything is impossible. If we can now develop vaccines in less than a year, or remake our shop floors in a week, we can build the world that we all want to see. Manufacturers are not victims of history, never have been, because we literally build the future. Right now, the calendar says it's springtime. And as we get more shots into arms, as we reunite with loved ones, as we venture safely into public spaces, and yes, get our workplaces and our schools back up to full capacity, our country is also emerging into a season of renewal. So what is the state of manufacturing in this season, in this American spring? Well, we turn to the men and women who make things in America to answer that very question.
I'm Frank Bautista in Fremont, California, where at ALUM we held nothing back during the pandemic to protect our workforce and rapidly configured our production floor to onboard multiple high-volume COVID-19 test kits, assembly, and distribution programs. I'm proud of what we accomplish as a company and proud to be part of an industry that makes such a difference in people's lives.
Hello, my name is Martinez with Clickbond in Carson City, Nevada, and Watertown, Connecticut. We manufacture fastener solutions for the aerospace and defense industry. Throughout the pandemic, our essential work never stopped. From the beginning, we implemented safety protocols to ensure our mission got done without interruption. As a United States Marine Corps veteran, I'm proud to say that the current state of manufacturing remains strong and resilient. Our everyday work ensures the safety of our men and women in uniform as they work to protect our nation.
Hello, my name is Cassandra Hawkins. I'm a supervisor in Kaul Milling, where we manufacture crop protection products that the farmers use every day throughout the world. The commitment of 320 employees, including myself at Kaul Milling, is to formulate and packaging all of the products to our customer in the different seasons on time throughout the year. We are able to complete this through educating our employees, sanitize, masking up, providing the safety work environment possible to our facilities. By doing this, we are doing our part to ensure that are contributing to food supply chain that help to deliver the food from the fields to the table around the world. The state of manufacturing in America is strong.
I'm Cassandra Hawkins, and I'm the Product Scheduling and Delivery and Quality Manager at International Paper Cedar River Mill in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We're proud to operate the largest 100% recycled paper mill in the Americas and help make sustainable solutions for our customers by transforming renewable resources into recyclable products that people depend on every day. As essential business, we have been working safely throughout the pandemic, making paper-based packaging solutions to support the critical supply chain required to produce and deliver food, pharmaceuticals, hygiene products, and emergency supplies. We rely on a strong supply chain infrastructure that connects us to customers around the world.
Hello, my name is Kevin Carpenter from Carthage, Texas. I work in Louisiana Pacific's Carthage OSB facility, and we produce building solutions that provide homes for American people. And we've had to find new and creative ways to communicate with our teams during this pandemic. Like the rest of the nation, I feel like we've exhibited a can-do attitude in the face of adversity. I feel like the state of manufacturing is very strong, and here at Carthage OSB, we will continue to provide quality building solutions in the safest, most efficient ways possible.
Hi, I'm Patricia Miller, and I'm the CEO of Matrix 4. I'm in awe of how creators have responded and continue to respond to address the pandemic needs. When I think back to the past year and all of its uncertainty, I'm so proud of how our team and the industry have rallied to rise to the challenge. As a business, we believe right behind COVID, we have to address the environmental challenges. And the pandemic was a massive catalyst to continue pushing us in the direction to do our part. Later this year, we'll publicly launch a sustainable product line. And here in Chicago, when spring is finally coming and vaccinations are happening, heavy hearts are starting to get lighter. And the state of the industry is optimistic, positive, and focused.
My name is Steve Macias, and I'm the co-owner of Pivot Manufacturing, a machine shop in Phoenix, Arizona. We've been in business for 21 years, and we do machining and assembly primarily for the defense industry. At Pivot, we love manufacturing and what it means to our customers, our employees, and our community. During the pandemic, we've been blessed to have been deemed essential workers, so it's been even more important that we stay rooted and helpful in our community. So we volunteered at food banks, masked up and helped coach Little League teams, done Zoom mentoring of youth, help the homebound, whatever it takes. COVID has been a worldwide pandemic, and in addition to our US-born workforce, we have immigrants working at Pivot from Romania, Ethiopia, Mexico, and even California, who are all thrilled to be here and living the American dream because of manufacturing. That's what manufacturing means to us.
I'm Sharon Kaul, and I work for Snap-on in a Milwaukee plant where we have been operating through the pandemic due to the essential nature of our work. Snap-on is a 100-year-old global company known for its innovation. And here in Milwaukee, we are proud to manufacture many of the hand tools that support auto repair garages, truck fleets, and the U.S. military. We help keep emergency services and medical supplies on the move, and even help get your packages delivered to your door. The manufacturing work we do here is making a difference in people's lives and moving us all forward, creating an even stronger America. So for us, the state of manufacturing is strong.
My name is Juan Rigoza. I am a weld technician at Vermeer in Pella, Iowa. Infrastructure, equipment, I help build to connect workers, students, healthcare providers, families, and friends. The state of manufacturing is stronger than ever.
I'm Lisa Winton, CEO and co-owner of Winton Machine in Suwanee, Georgia. I've had my COVID vaccine, and that makes me more excited and energized for the future than I've been in a long time. Here at Winton, we're a multicultural, multi-generational workforce with team members ranging from 17 to 78. That diversity is our strength. With vaccines rolling out and the economy opening up more, I feel the state of manufacturing in America is guardedly optimistic. Now is the time to invest in our current and future workforce so that their skill set will outpace the technical advancements in manufacturing. Let's continue to build upon the wonderful foundation that we call the United States of America.
It's a fact. The state of our industry is growing stronger with each and every vaccination. Manufacturers in America are determined to see us through this crisis and to build a world better than any we've known before. And to the innovators and creators who make it all possible, thank you. Thank you. We owe you so much, truly, our nation. Indeed, our world owes you everything. So now, let's all make the most of our shot. Thank you so much for joining us today.